packed show for you today. Charlie's been learning to play the bagpipes.
Well, I wouldn't call it playing just yet. And Joseph, I hear we're going to have a real-life dragon in the studio.
Well, maybe not a dragon like you would get in storybooks. We're having a Komodo dragon visit us in the studio, so nobody's getting their eyebrows singed today. But first, we're going to be joining Peter in the Creative Corner, where he's going to be teaching us how to summon the Dark Lord Apotec.
Apotec is the Incan god of eternal fires, destruction, and insect plagues. He's normally summoned for a child sacrifice, but today we thought we'd try something a bit different.
Yes, we thought we'd try summoning Apotec using satanic scrolls found in the BBC archives. If you'd like to try summoning Apotec yourself but don't have your own scrolls, simply go to our website at bbc.co.uk/BluePeter/Raising Ancient Lords of Darkness. Just remember to ask your parents' permission before bringing any major gods of destruction into your home.
Now, since we're using an alternative method of summoning this particular demon, we won't be needing those sacrificial altars we made last week. But to show you how you can make yours a bit different, here's one I made earlier. As you can see, I've decorated mine with little hearts and glitter glue.
You can decorate your altar however you want. Remember, unity starts with a U.
Unity! All hail the unity! We're going to start by drawing the pentagram on the floor with non-branded chalk. To keep those straight, and then the adult to help you light the candles at each point.
Oh, it reminds me of Christmas.
I don't know what Christmas is like in your home.
Whilst Peter completes the rites, I'm going to see how Joseph's been getting on with her annual bloodletting. This year, we're using goat's blood and are sending off to local schools. How's it going, Joseph?
Well, we're up to 6 pints so far. Now that may sound like quite a lot, but it's still not enough. If you have access to a goat, or know somebody who does, consider having a bloodletting of your own. And donating it to a school or coven in your area.
Well, it looks like it's time for Apotec to be summoned. Let's see how Peter's getting on.
Oh, we're just getting this in from our producer. There are dark red clouds of blood forming above the studio. Apotec is preparing to cross the veil.
Now, before summoning any demon, please remember, for your own safety, to draw a perfect circle around yourself. And purifying salt or regular table salt will do, so your soul isn't carried off to the shadow realm.
And remember to send us in a drawing of your demon on a piece of 2x6 card or treated human flesh. BBC Television Centre, Wood Lane, London, PO Box 666.
Unity!
All hail the unity! Unity! All hail the unity!
Where is he?
It's 10:15, we're supposed to be starting. It's not like anything else.
Oh, for the love of fuck!
Come with me! Something, drugs in moderation.
All done?
Yes, well done.
Excellent. Well, good morning, Mr. Wonka. As I'm sure you're aware, we have lots of serious business to get through today.
Yes. Since our last meeting, a number of legal and financial issues have been brought to the board's attention. First item on the agenda, I'm sure will be familiar to you, the golden tickets.
Yes, the golden tickets, a fantastic initiative, if I do say so myself.
Sir, those tickets were made for 24 karat gold. We made a 4,000% loss on each of those bars.
It wasn't a total loss, no, was it? Without those golden tickets, we would have never have found the wonderful Charlie Bucket.
Yes, sir, about Charlie.
Sir, he's an 11-year-old boy.
And you made him the CFO of a multinational corporation.
But he's so pure of heart.
Sir, he's an appalling economist.
His understanding of free market economic mechanisms is rudimentary, at best.
And sir, just look at his maths homework.
7 does not equal cat.
Isn't this what he has Grandpa Joe for?
Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe is a senile, feckless old communist.
Because of his influence, sir, that the Bucket administration encouraged the Oompa Loompas to unionize.
Listen to this.
Oompa Loompa doobity-doo. We have collective bargaining rights and we will sue.
I hadn't heard that one before.
Sir, the Oompa Loompas are posing a serious legal threat.
Not to mention the losses we stand to make now we've had to start paying them.
And they are the least of your troubles, sir.
Let me guess. Another bad egg in the egg room?
We received this notice from Ruby Salt's legal counsel today. Miss Salt wants legal restitution, and she wants it now!
I'm not concerning myself with the whims of a spoiled child.
Speaking of spoiled children, sir.
We've had to do a massive recall on Wonka bars in the aftermath of the Gloop fiasco.
We had to take back over 10,000 of the most recent batch, sir.
A panorama investigation found that each bar contained 15% German child.
10% above EU regulations.
Really that many bars?
He was a large child.
You know, I can't help but feel partially responsible whenever I think about morbid obesity in children.
Oh, come, sir. That's a silly thought. It's always the parents' fault.
At the end of the day, they actually allowed their children to buy and eat our chocolate. All we do is make it, load it full of fat and sugar, and then run reckless, aggressive marketing campaigns.
You're right, it's the parents' fault.
Anyway, moving on to the most pressing issue at hand. The board and the shareholders are very worried about the losses we stand to make this year and in subsequent years, unless we make some big changes. We certainly aren't helped by the fact the national economy is particularly difficult right now, experiencing severe inflation.
Though not as severe inflation as Violet Beauregard.
Sir, she died.
Whoops.
Whoops, indeed! A multi-million-pound settlement to a grieving family-sized whoops. And the fact you don't seem to remember this.
Or have any perceptible difficulty sleeping at night.
I know.
Anyway, we've been in talks with Kraft about a merger, sir, and we've hammered out a deal which we feel would be in the best interest of the entire Wonka concern.
They not only want you to continue on as head of operations for the Wonka branch of the new company, they'd also like you to sit on the board of Kraft as its executive member.
Okay, this sounds promising. What's the catch?
Well, they have two main demands. They would like you to get rid of Charlie Bucket and appoint a new, appropriately qualified CFO.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. And I know just how we'll do it. We'll print 5 platinum
And secondly, sir, they want you to cut costs at Wonka Industries considerably.
But we've crunched some numbers, and we've worked out 2 possible courses of action. Firstly, we could streamline the 3 present subdivisions of Wonka Industries into one all-encompassing operations branch, thereby making 1/3 of the workforce redundant.
We could, we could cut the present budget for top hats by 5%.
Lay off the workforce.
What's going on? Where am I?
Welcome to hell!
It's real?
Of course! Yes, I suppose you must feel rather foolish now, spending your time up on Earth concerning yourself with trivialities. I believe you corrected the use of the word literally 73,846 times throughout your life!
You can't just use that word to emphasize any point that you choose. It has a proper meaning.
Irregardless. Here now! Under my power. And we have quite the punishments literally lined up for you.
What are you gonna do? You gonna stab me, or are you gonna throw me into a burning pit?
Oh no, things don't work like that down here. No, things down here work according to film rules.
No, you don't mean.
Yes, haven't you noticed, Harry? We're standing next to a pool of fire, and yet we're talking quite comfortably.
But that means.
Yes, convection doesn't exist down here.
No! It's like Star Wars Episode 3 or the end of The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, and there's more. Objects will fall at random rates. You can will yourself to fall faster.
You mean like in GoldenEye? When James Bond catches after the plane when it's fallen off the cliff? Oh
Yes,
my god!
just like that. You can change terminal velocity just by wanting it. And didn't you notice, Harry, as I came in, there was a thunderclap. We're underground. You don't get the necessary meteorological conditions.
Just like a bad Michael Bay movie. Just all of them.
Oh, so many ridiculous things will happen. A child will be having to be better than you at all things, despite your training and expertise. Merely because they are the chosen one. And beware are snakes. But if you are bitten, don't worry. You can suck the poison right out! Oh yes, enjoy your stay.
Harry? Harry, is that you?
Sophie! Oh my god, I haven't seen you in years. I completely ignored you in high school. You were a weird arty kid with glasses. I was going to ask you to the prom, but you were ugly and I didn't want to.
I know. But now we can be together. Because I've discarded all my values and made myself more attractive for you, a man. A montage!
No! Oh my god! It's so contrived! Hi.
Yes, Harry. Yes, it is. And did I forget to mention, it's a musical!
Where are you going? Where's that music even coming from? It's so groovy. No! Please, why are you all just sitting there? Help me! What?